Okay, so how you guys doing? You've been picking it up and getting into hover, I imagine? You're probably at the point where you want to start doing more with it? Alright, so you might want to start moving the tail over just a little bit. If you move it too far, you're going to get confused, and this isn't going to be forward and back anymore, and it will go into the ground. Just bring it less than 45 degrees across. Just bring it across a little bit at a time. The other thing you can do is you can keep it this way, keep it tail in, but just fly over to the right a little bit. You see, as you fly to the right, the tail kind of goes to the side anyway. If you go back the other way, the tail goes over to the side just a little bit, and so that gets you ready for starting to fly side in. I think that's where we should be at this point. Just keep pushing that a little bit more and a little bit more. I mean, eventually you'll get past the 45 degree and it'll become a little bit easier, and you really want to work on it being on both sides. But basically, as you slide the helicopter to the right, even if you kind of try to keep the tail in, the tail kind of pokes out to the right a little bit, so you're looking at the side of the helicopter, and you slide it back toward in front of yourself. The tail's pointing at you. You can just rotate the helicopter just a little bit, keep it under 45 degrees, because if you're looking right at the side, the controls will get messed up in your head until you get used to it. And you really, unless you're doing it every day, this could take weeks. If you get to do it every day, or you do it on the sim, say 15 minutes a day or a couple of flights on a real helicopter, probably within 2 weeks you'd be able to sort out most moves that you're ready to move up to if you have the basics. And I'd say if you're getting into a hover now and hold it into a hover very solid, within 2 weeks, daily practice, you can get to a solid side-in hover. Again, you want to work on doing it on both sides. You don't want to get handed on this. You want to make sure that you're solid on both sides. I mean, really, you want to be solid on most moves both ways. That's easier said than done. As you get up into like chaos and pyro flips, really it's going to be easier one way than the other. Some people will probably never ever do them the other way, but we're not worried about that at this point. We're worried about side-in hover, and we're building up to that. Again, I think that really that's what you want to be working on. We both know that when you get it side in like this, when you press forward, it's going this way. You press back, it's going this way. And if the helicopter starts going towards you and you want to move it away, it's going to go like that. Really, you got to think, you got to get it in your head where you're not thinking about it. And this is one of the things that I'm going to try to bring to home when we're working on learning to fly a helicopter. A lot of guys talk about learning the next move. Really, it's getting to the point where you don't have to think about the next move. If you are flying a helicopter and you get to here and you have to think, wait a second, which way do I push it, it's probably too late. You want to get to the point where when you get to here, you don't think about it. You're hitting the sticks, little tiny inputs, and it's natural. If it's not natural, you don't want to go from this point to learning nose in. You want to do this so much that it's second nature, because otherwise when it does go wrong, or you're here and you get to here, you won't know what the best move is to get it to keep from hitting you. And you want to really, that's what you want to do. And that will help you avoid a lot of crashes if you can do things without thinking about it. If things start to go bad and you have to think about what the next move is, you've probably crashed. So solid here, you know, working up to the 45 degree. So solid tail in, solid side in on both sides. And now if things do start to go wrong while you're side in and you having to think about it, get that tail back around, because that's our safe zone. Really what we're trying to do is expand our safe zone. You try to get both sides very solid, and when you start working on nose in, you can bring it around to side in, and that's a safe zone for you because you know it so well. So really that's what we're working on for the next step. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll try to keep the videos and the podcast coming a little bit more regular now. If you guys have any questions, let me know. What you want to do is get in contact with me at podcast@heliks.com. Thanks, and keep on working on your side in, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.